Hey everybody, my name is Suke Cerulo, welcome. And I want to talk to you today about sixths. And that little move you hear guitar players do all the time, these rich little sounds. And I want to show them how you can add to your vocabulary. So let's take a look at them. Right now we're going to do them on the G and the E strings. And there's only two shapes. What I want you to do is you're going to use your middle finger on the G string for both of them. So what I'm looking at is I'm thinking G major, and here's the chord here. I'm thinking the bar chord specifically for the look of this, because I can see the middle finger here, and I'm going to use the top string with my first finger. And that's one of the shapes. I call this the angled or the staggered one. It's a 2-fret space. And you're skipping the B string. We'll talk about playing this in a second. The other shape is I call the flat one. So if we move the middle finger up to the 5th fret, and then now use the 3rd finger, that's the other shape. That's the flat one. So now, how do we play these things? You could play them together, meaning like monophonically, that they're both happening at once. So we could do this with strumming, and this would include you having to mute the B string. So I'm hitting all 3 strings, but I'm muting the B string. You can also play this as a chord, this polyphonic way, using hybrid picking. So I love this method. So use your pick and your middle finger. Again, a little tricky to pick down and middle finger up. It's kind of like a squeezing feeling. Yeah, and that's how you would get that part together. You want to practice moving back and forth between the two shapes. Now you can strum them, and also, now these are both considered like polyphonic, meaning there's more than one note at a time happening. You can also play these monophonic, which would be single notes. Very cool sound, very different application and use of it. And sometimes you almost don't even recognize it as the same device. I think of this like a device. So what I want to look at is if we play a couple chords. Let's put this in action. So I want to play the G chord. I want to strum it for a bar. I call this self-generating how to practice this stuff now that we know the shapes. And we're going to strum this for 4 beats. So strum the G chord and then its shape that matches it for 4. And then we're going to play an A minor bar chord. And again, using the middle and 3rd finger, hit these top ones. Let's try this for a bar piece, G to A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. So G, and now the 6th. Now go to A minor and do its. One more time. A minor. Easy enough, right? From here, we start building out a little bit. So I call this 1, 2, 3s for my chords. When you play 1, 2, 3s, the idea is you're doing kind of like a do, re, mi from each chord. So for the major chords, most of the time you could do a staggered one, and then go up a flat one, and then a whole step higher for another flat one. That's the most common use I've seen of people playing sixths. The minor version is, it kind of looks the opposite almost. It's 2 flat versions, a whole step apart, and then the staggered version. So that might look like A minor. So now you could actually start moving those around the changes with chords. Just following the 1, 2, 3s and keeping track of which one it is, if it's major and minor. And you can have a lot of wiggle room and a lot of stuff to do with that. The next level would be playing the key, thinking kind of diatonically. Because there are only 2 notes, there are a couple ways you can look at what the notes are doing. But one of the initial ways is if you look at just the bar chords. So in the key of G, we have G, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, if we can grab an E minor, and even the diminished we'll look at in a second too. It's only the 2 shapes. That's the cool part about this. So for the major, you get the staggered. The two minors are flat. The two majors are staggered. And the minor is flat. And the F sharp diminished is also a flat shape. That flat fifth interval is not present in this voicing. And then G again. So you could actually play them if I do, let's say, hybrid picking. And that's a great place to start. That's the whole scale. You can improvise with that. It's a pretty amazing thing. So if you can get comfortable moving up and down the key, you can play changes. You can follow 1, 2, 3s for the chords. You can do a lot of stuff. Two little bonus things. Any of the places that have consecutive same shapes. So in the diatonic thing. So between 2 and 3, between 4 and 5, and in this case, still even the 6th and the diminished 7th. You can add like a blue chord note thing, if you will, in between each one. Check this out. So G, passing 1, 4, passing, 5, 6, passing, 7. So much in there, right? For now, I'd say start on just the G and the E strings. They're by far the most common I've seen for intros of songs, hooks of songs, solos, like they're everywhere. Old school from Soul Man to Hendrix, they're just in all guitar catalog. These are like an enriching agent of chords. They sound so thick and nice. They sound great on acoustics. If you notice, you can also even like use them with open strings. Sound really nice. You can they just lend themselves to be very musical. So check them out. Again, we started with just the two shapes. The middle finger stays on the G string for both of them. We talked about how to strum them, how to pluck them. We did the 1, 2, 3s. We did the key. And you just gotta start putting them in action. Eventually, you'll see them on other sets of strings, and it can set a lot of stuff in motion that way. So if you like what you hear, again, my name is Suke Cerulo. Hit the subscribe button and the notification. Everything we're doing now is through sukecerulo.com, so you want to check out that. That's where I have my books. I'll be posting some of the backing tracks, and the lessons and stuff will be there as well, as much as on the YouTube channel here, of course. And I want you guys to check out Six String Community. We do a lot of this stuff we have 4 classes a week we're doing live with me. Right, this is very hands-on stuff. There's a great community. We're all interactive, helping each other out and growing. So come grow with us and come play. All right, guys, as usual, keep playing.